My beautiful people, what's up? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Faisal and you know what to do, man. Click the link to subscribe to these amazing videos that no they never make sense. Anyways, today I'm actually telling you my true story, my experience when I went to China in like last year, and it was a good experience. Actually, thank the fact that we are innovated, there's too much technology, so it wasn't a problem for me. So many people thought actually I went with the tour company or I had a tour guide. No, it was a solo trip and I went to 5 cities in China all by myself. Oh my god, it was an amazing experience. So yeah guys, I actually started off with Hong Kong. I landed there like in the evening. It was so hard to enter as a black folk. Like they asked me so many questions like, why am I there? Oh, I don't know, have I ever traveled to any Chinese country before? Have I ever traveled to any other country in the world? They actually took my passport. Like thank God I carried I have 4 passports, so I carried all of them. I mean 4 passports of one country, so don't be like I have 4 nationalities. No, I actually have 4 passports, so I carried all of them to show them my travel history. I've actually been to so many countries, so it was a plus for me. Yep, so they checked and they asked me if I have cash in hand. I had almost $6,000, so for them money was not a problem. So actually here there's a thing that I want to teach you guys. If you want to travel to someone's country, make sure you have money in hand, especially to countries that they don't ask for your bank statement, because you see Hong Kong, there's no visa application, especially for Tanzanians, or like so many countries in the world, they don't need visas to Hong Kong. So when it actually depends with what you answer them whilst there. So yeah, I had cash in hand, which is the most important thing. I had my booking, I had my itinerary plan for my whole trip, my 21 days in China. Like, so the guy asked me like where I'm gonna go next, where I'm gonna sleep in the places that I'm going, and the fact that everything was according to my itinerary, it wasn't a problem. So I entered and I enjoyed Hong Kong. Oh my god, to me till now, Hong Kong is the most beautiful city I have ever been to. I went to Tsim Sha Tsui area and the skyline was just amazing, man.
Whoa, guys, I'm finally satisfied. Look at that, that's Bruce Lee, man. So I was actually looking for this statue for a long while. Look how it is, man. Bruce Lee finally. Bruce Lee finally posed for me, man. Look at that. And then this amazing view behind, man. Wow!
Yep, so I was really tired that day, so I didn't move so much. But the next day, oh my god, I went to the famous peak. The area had the best view I've ever seen. Yep guys, so I was in a bit of a rush because I didn't know that you can't really spend just one day in Hong Kong, and I had like 2 days, so it wasn't really enough. But I really enjoyed as well. I flew to Shanghai from there. It was a very good experience. I actually met a friend. We actually met in the plane. I don't know this guy at all, but the guy was really nice. I mean, we became friends because of the problems we had. I had the worst turbulence ever. I actually thought we were gonna like crash, man. It was really bad. I've never seen people puking before in the plane, but that day I saw people puking, man. It was really bad. Now imagine I'm in a foreign country all by myself. Like guys, the flight that I took, I was the only African there. Even when I was boarding, man, people like the 6 people, they came and checked my passport. The first one came, it's like okay. The second person, okay. The third person came, just check my visa and my passport history, man. I was like, it's like I'm going to North Korea, man. Like I've been being a black person traveling all by yourself. It's really hard because you know people have different anticipation. Everybody thinks like we're just there for drugs or we're there for, I don't know, but people think we're not straight, man. So guys, my fellow Africans, I am begging you, please be straight if you're not, man. You're making it hard for legit people to just travel and see the world, man. Because people are just used to Americans and British or Australians to travel. They're not used to the fact that Africans can travel as well. Anyways, when I landed to Shanghai, I started off by going to the famous band area. It was super beautiful, man. Whoa, so guys, I am about to show you, and like I don't even know how to explain this view. A spectacular, satisfying view, man. I mean, look at this beauty right here. Damn, this is the Hangzhou River, and this is the new Pudong area. As you can see it, that's the famous Oriental building. Like, wow, it's a landmark of Shanghai. Like wherever you go, I mean, it's just beautiful, man. Like, and there are like so many people around as well. Like, look at that, man. First things first, I actually have a friend in China. Like it was a husband and wife. They actually came here to Arusha in 2018. I hosted them so well. So when I was in Shanghai and I called them like I am actually there, those guys came to my place and they took me around. So it was a plus for me, man. I went to all these different places without paying anything. They actually took me, we went for a bike ride. Oh my god, we moved all around Shanghai with bicycles, man. Actually spent more days in Shanghai. I spent like 5 days because I really liked the place. I was like, no, I'm gonna stay here. So I just moved around. Like I saw so many things, like so many things. Shanghai is, I think, the biggest and the most famous city of mainland China. They have so many things, from shopping malls, from like nightlife. Like, you know, it's like Tanzania when you talk about Dar es Salaam. So it had so many things for me to do and see. I met a couple of friends who study in China. I was introduced to, so it was really, really nice. Then I went to the capital, Beijing. I took an early train from Shanghai. Oh my god, it was my first time in the bullet trains. I'm not even gonna lie, the experience was just amazing. Going in a train that goes up to 300 and something kilometers per hour, man. It's like I'm in a mini flight, you know. And it was so smooth, like you can't even feel anything, but the only thing that you can see is buildings passing so fast from my scene. And I always, like, whenever I travel, I make sure I get a window seat, so the experience was just amazing. When I arrived in Beijing, I went straight to the Temple of Heaven, like one of the most religious places to them. And what I was told is, like, before, when they wanted to get rains for their plantations, or they had problems with cultivation or anything that needed help, they used to go to that temple and pray. Guys, praying is everything in life. If you have problems, if you think you need something and you are desperate to get it, just sit down and pray. Though you are supposed to focus on your goals, don't just pray and sit there. Work hard and pray, and God always opens doors to everyone. So the next day, I went to the famous Great Wall of China. Oh my god. You see, guys, there's one thing. Everybody was telling me, like, you're supposed to get a tour guide, but if you do it solo, it's way cheaper. All I did was to I actually had my itinerary, so I was supposed to go there. I actually googled which one I wanted to go. There are like 4 types of Great Walls. There's one in Badaling, there's one in Mutai something, I forgot the name, so don't come at me. Yeah, so I googled how to get to Badaling, and I was you see, Google Maps, the good thing about technology, Google Maps took me all the way to Badaling, and Badaling I walked to the Great Wall. So it was like just me solo. Everybody was like, how are you doing it, man? You know, I'm advanced. I've been to so many countries, so I know you don't waste your money traveling with tour companies. Though it's good to travel with tour companies if you don't want the fast, because sometimes you can get lost. You're wasting time because of getting lost, but there's never time to be wasted, because even when you're in a tour tour group, you'll be so many people, you'll still waste time when it comes to waiting for other people to come as well. So it was an amazing experience. Anyways, this was my experience at the Great Wall of China.
Guys, please tell me this is not a spectacular view. That's why I'm going right on top. Yeah, this is just too amazing, man. Look at that. So that's the south side, and this is the north side. Somebody just told me the north side is better, but I don't know. I'm just taking his path, so I don't really know if I'm on the right path. But whatever the case, the mission is to go up to the top. I didn't want to use the cableway because that's just been too lazy. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna use the cableway coming back because I'll be tired, but going up. But then look at this, man. Like, you see, it has like potholes, so it makes it even harder to go up. But it's better because you can't really focus. You see, it's like gripped. See this? It's like gripped, so you can't really. But wow, it's crazy. And look at this. They are like caves. Oh my god, super cool. Caves for pictures. Remember, Jackie Chan was teaching Karate Kid. Jaden Smith somewhere. One of these. Look at this, man. I'm gonna rush up so that I can get this picture for you. Jesus, this is just too beautiful, man.
Yeah, so guys, the next day I was leaving in the evening. So in the morning I went to the famous it's a square, Tiananmen Square. It's a palace of the old Chinese king. Like, he has been there for like so many years. The place is heavily crowded, guys. You know, that's the first time I realized that so many Chinese do local tourism compared to here in Tanzania. Like, it was super crowded, man, with locals, not even foreigners, locals. I saw foreigners, but we were accountable. I'm telling you, man. Locals, man. Oh my god. You know, a country that so many people do local tourism. Tourism is just the biggest earner. I'm pretty sure it is the biggest earner in China, but I don't know so much about their country, so I can't vouch for it. But it was really amazing. The place was so nice, had like so many compacts. Like, it was just too beautiful. I even saw actors filming, man. Yeah, amazing experience. Anyways, from there I took another train to Xi'an. This is the first capital of China, man, and I went there just for one thing, to see the place where they shot the Mummy 3, man. Oh my god. You know, I'm crazy sometimes, but I was actually recommended by my friends, the Shanghai guys who came to Tanzania. They told me, of all cities, please do not, like, make sure you go to Xi'an. I never knew about Xi'an before. Like, I'm telling you, I never knew about Xi'an. The only Chinese cities that I knew from back in Tanzania was Beijing and Shanghai. I didn't even know about the rest. Hong Kong, I knew it, but yeah, I didn't know it was that famous. But to think about it, it's the most famous city in Asia, man. Like, after Hong Kong, then there's Singapore. Those are the most famous cities and countries because they're too small and they're alone. I don't even know words to use, but I really enjoyed watching the museum.
Guys, take a look at that. Whoa. Guys, when you see this, what comes in your mind? Doesn't it feel like you're watching the Mummy movie? The 2008 Mummy movie? Actually, guys, I am super excited just to be here. This place is super crowded. You can see the crowd like all the way there. I mean, all the way there. And all the way there. Whoa! The crowd is massive, man. So guys, I came here inspired by the movie, the Mummy, the Tomb of something, the 2008 Mummy movie, this one here. So I'm here, like, I hope you guys enjoy these views. I mean, take a look at this, man. It's crazy. Wow. Look at that. So guys, wait, let me give you a proper view of this. See how it was? Then I went to this amazing place. Oh my god, I didn't know it was this beautiful. People actually talk about City of Lights. Like, man, oh, I don't know, Dubai is the city of light. I don't know, Hong Kong is the city. Bruh, this place was just lit up, man. I don't even want to talk. Just look at how it is. It was super lit and it was just too beautiful, man. I just kept on staying. I'm like, should I leave this place or should I just keep staying here? But it was time for me to go home, so I had to go home. And then the next day, I took a flight from Xi'an to Hangzhou because it was too far. Like, you can't go by bullet trains. No, you can actually go by, it takes about 8 hours and I didn't have so much time, and so I had to fly. So I flew to Hangzhou. It's a small city, but it has so many rich people. Even the billionaire of China, the richest person in China, Mang Hang, I forgot the name, but he actually resides there as well. So it's a beautiful city. It has the biggest man-made lake in the world, West Lake. What? Guys, you need to see this. Oh my god, you need to see this. I mean, guys, check this out. Whoa, this is beauty, man. This is beauty right here. Look at that. Guys, can you believe this lake is man-made? I didn't know about it. I was just told yesterday. But, it's one of the biggest man-made lakes in the world. Jeez. So my plan is to get in one of those rides, the boats. Yep. I hope I'll be able to. Just want to experience everything, man. Jeez. So guys, you see, this lake is just beautiful, man. So beautiful. Then I went back. I mean, I didn't get to move around a lot in Hangzhou because of time, and I was already on my like 20 or 19 days already, so I had to go back to Shanghai. I took a bullet train from Hangzhou to Shanghai because my departure flight to Dubai was in Emirates, was flying from Shanghai. I actually wanted to fly from Hong Kong, but I didn't want to go through again, like through the immigration process again. It was too tiring, man. You know, sometimes you would want to enjoy a country, but if the immigration is too tough, it demotivates you. But I will still go to Hong Kong because it's so fun. My best city of China, like China Island. Mainland is Shanghai, but for island, Hong Kong. But guys, my there are things that I want to highlight here. The difference between Hong Kong and Shanghai Hong Kong and mainland is that in Hong Kong, almost everybody knows English. So for you to move around and ask somebody if you're lost, it's so easy because people can actually interact and people are actually social. So if you approach someone, the person will be like super open to help you, like if you're lost or anything. But in mainland, people are actually running away from you if they see you, because first of all, they don't know English, and they actually have this thing of like, who are you? What are you doing here? You know, that thing is really, really bad. And that's one. Two, for me, it was the food. China, we all know, like, it's famous for these different types of food, like snails, I don't know what. But getting halal food, me as a Muslim, it was really, really hard. I suffered. I had jams for the whole 21 days, man, I'm telling you. When I was in Hong Kong, yeah, it was okay. But when I was in China, it was really hard. But the thing that I enjoyed the most, when I was in Xi'an, they have this place called the Muslim community, Muslim quarter or something, like only Muslims there. So the whole street has halal food, man. Halal food. I don't even know what I'm saying, but guys, look at this whole street, man. That day it was like I'm in heaven. I enjoyed a lot, man. Oh my god.
So guys, you see, I mean, another thing that I want to highlight, like, China is not expensive, traveling is not expensive. You just have to create your own itinerary and ask visa based on your itinerary and just save a little and go there. For me, I had so much money because of Emmanuel. It's always good to travel with a lot. Don't spend it. Just for me, I spent like, I'm not even gonna lie, I spent like, I had, you see, all my hotels and trains I booked prior. So even when I was showing the immigration guys, everything was already booked and paid for. So they knew this guy was super legit. So make sure everything is proper. Don't tell them, oh, I'm gonna book when I'm there. Nobody's gonna believe you. You see, when you're approaching an immigration officer, they don't want words, they want action. So show them papers, because you're not gonna lie on paper. So I showed them pre-booked accommodation and transportation. So for me it was okay. I didn't book you see, I was smart. I chose destinations that don't need you to book prior. You can actually pay at the entrance point, and it's understandable, you can actually pay there. So yeah, but if you have obviously if you book through a tour company, it's easy for you to get a visa and everything, because you have already paid for anyway. So it's like you've already paid for. But if you haven't booked yet, make sure you have everything. So I went there with almost $6,000, but believe me, I only spent like 500, and I didn't go up there for shopping. For me, like, you see, people think China is cheap, but I went to places that it's really expensive. I've never been to Guangzhou. I think people, like, so many people who sell stuff in Tanzania buy their things in Guangzhou. I've never been there, but the places that I went to China, like, everything is original. I don't know why people think China has so much Chinese stuff. Bro, those Chinese stuff, I think they're only made for Africa. Yeah, it's so sad to say that, but I think they're only made for Africa. Because I've been to Europe, I've been to America, and like, you can't get Chinese stuff unless you go to the black market. You cannot get Chinese stuff like being sold on the streets. But in Africa, everywhere, like, you just say Chinese stuff, though the very poor quality that they bring here, it's really bad, but it is what it is. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to travel anywhere in the world, go. Do not wait for somebody to tell you like, oh, you cannot go because it's expensive. Traveling is not expensive, especially if you book prior. I booked my flights like 6 months ago, 6 months before my departure date, so the prices were like super cheap. Anyways, for Hong Kong and mainland, if you travel to mainland, flights are always cheaper than if you travel to Hong Kong. And this is because Hong Kong is a very famous, it's actually the official business center of Asia, so you would expect that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel, click here to subscribe, click here to watch my previous video. I hope you're enjoying my vlogs, man. I'm actually trying to teach you guys something, because sometimes it's good to share knowledge. So yeah, see you guys in the next video, man.